Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chloe with Reader Dog Training, and I want to answer a question from a follower this week, which was about sleeping with their dog in bed, right? Or allowing their dog to sleep with their child in bed. Is that appropriate? Is that something that they should be allowing? Is there a more appropriate time to start allowing something like that? So here's my first really simple response is, it's totally up to you. It's your choice, right? However, there are factors to consider. If your dog is having behavior issues, especially in regards to resource guarding, separation anxiety, reactivity, right? Then my suggestion as a trainer would be, no, you need to, either stop allowing it or don't start. Right? Because a very close, intimate space like that, where perhaps you have the ability or a high opportunity to spend a long period of time doing that, like being in the bed, but it could also be on the couch or wherever. My hair in my face is annoying. You're spending 8 to 10 hours with your dog, perhaps touching the entire time. And mind you, it's not a terrible thing that's happening, right? Because dogs are pack animals. You may think, well, what's the problem? But the problem is that this sort of allowance or freedom privilege could go to the dog's head, but it's also practicing a very close practice, right? Where if your dog is dealing with separation anxiety, then you're feeding into that by spending that much time so close to your dog, right? It's also at an elevated space. It's super comfy, cozy. So, if your dog starts to really, really desire that sort of, resource, then you have the potential of maybe having any resource guarding issues, right? Or if your dog already has resource guarding issues, then you don't want to be giving more things that they could potentially guard, right? And be disrespectful about. So when you have a dog that has behavior issues, it's really time to address the dynamic of your relationship. And one area that you could be not focusing on is privileges like furniture, right? You're setting the tone to your dog that, hey, he can kind of have those high privileged items or have freedoms such as that, free access to go on and off. Have that sort of free access to an intimate space with you, right? Now, so you could have a firm boundary on those sorts of, furniture use or other things like the sort. Or you could also maybe have just limitations to it, right? If the dog can be respectful and wait for permission, right? And then even be told to get off respectfully, like he listens, then cool. You can set limits to it rather than just that firm boundary. But, and then if your dog's like just perfect A-OK kind of dog, then hey, maybe, I don't care. Like, go ahead, have all the bed and couch time that you want. It's totally your choice. For me, I like the sort of limitations aspect. I think that's a nice kind of middle ground, but it really does depend upon the dog. Absolutely. No dog's the same, no situation's the same. So you have to really figure out what fits right for your family, for your dog to make progress. Or if we're even talking about prevention training, that's something too. So lots to consider. Hope that's helpful. Talk to you later.